Hey Gemini. All right, so you have the Seven of Swords. So what's going on with that, Gemini? That tells me that some of you are on the defense or you're strategizing. So if you're single, I feel like maybe you haven't had the best of luck, or maybe you just haven't met, really genuinely good people, and you're kind of like, ugh, it's been kind of a trip. It feels like. Because this is like a manipulated energy. Like you feel like you'd rather be in solitude. This is a card of solitude as well. So it feels like if you're single, maybe you've been, you know, kind of hanging low, haven't been dating at all. But what's interesting is I feel like you're coming out of that, but you're like strategizing. You're like, okay, I know how to read all the red flags. I know what signs are there. I know the BS. So I'm coming on with my game face. I'm ready to get, let's get going. I want to meet like love. Like, let's do this. I don't know. I feel like you're coming in charging, but you're also like, I'm not going to go through what I went through or other times. I'm not going to go through this, like, you've been dealing with people who play games but some of it also is like almost a not self-destructing, but like you knew that they were playing games or whatever, and you just kind of like, I can't explain it. You allowed it to continue even when you knew you were being manipulated, or even when you knew somebody wasn't being genuine with you. So you want to date, you want to meet somebody, but you're coming in like almost guarded. Okay. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is some sort of manipulation that happened. This is some sort of, you're right now trying to figure out exactly what happened, and you're trying to figure out how far you can go with this person. For some of you, you've had communication. For others, you haven't, but you're feeling kind of like the same thing. Like you've got your game face on. You're like, I have dealt with your BS. I know when you're being truthful with me and when you're not, and you're just kind of like, I'm not letting you play me anymore. Like I'm gonna, like, you're not moving on right now. You're in solitude as well, but you're not willing to deal with their bullshit. So let's see what else is going on. The next card you have is your current position coming into the month, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. So big changes coming, divine timing, the universe kind of directing the show here, because the Wheel of Fortune legitimately is like, an ending of one cycle, a beginning of a new cycle. So if you're single, you've dealt with a BS before, there's definitely something coming your way, a new beginning with somebody else. But like you have to end that cycle, because I feel like you've been dating the same people, or like somebody's been telling you, oh, I want to be with you and we're going to be in a committed relationship, but they've been BSing you, and it feels like, and you're like, no, the roles are reversed here. I know when somebody's being honest with me. I know when somebody is being organic with me. And so, guess what? Like, I'm taking the universe by storm. I'm coming out, guns blazing, which I said to another sign, I think it was Aries. But anyways, this is just like, you're ready to come out, you're ready to do this, you're ready to do the dating scene. But like that guard you have up is like much needed in order for you to go in. Because I feel like for some of you, you had your guard down a lot, and you just kind of felt like you got hurt a lot, or you got stepped on a lot, or you were just not respected or treated the way that you deserve. And you're kind of like, I'm not doing that again. So whatever we do, like, I'm controlling the show right now. All right, so if you're looking to reconcile, this is big changes too. And unfortunately, we got to get to the rest of the cards and see what's happening. But my initial reaction with this, tied with the Seven of Swords for your theme, is that, like, you're changing it up. Like, you may be going in a completely different direction. You may be done. This may be you saying, nope, you know what, I'm ending this cycle, starting a whole new one. And again, the Wheel of Fortune is about divine timing. It's also about something coming in that you weren't expected. It's unplanned, and it comes in very quickly. So if you're looking to reconcile, I almost feel like this may be another opportunity of somebody else to get your attention, because you're done with whatever games were being played or whatever this ex of yours is up to. You're done. You're not interested in having any more discussions, as long as they're being shady. Shady is exactly how I feel. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month, and you have the King of Wands. So this is somebody people look up to. This is somebody who's magnetic, people respect. This is you kind of being like, I'm holding myself at a morally high standard, and I expect people around me to do that as well. So if you're single, this is you saying, look, I have lowered my standards. I have dealt with people who do not treat me right. I have dealt with people who, actions speak louder than words, and their actions were terrible. So this is you really saying, I'm holding myself to a higher standard now. And I feel like some of you really need to, because you've dated some really shoddy people, or you've had, you've like you've given people the benefit of the doubt when you knew they were bullshitting you right in your face, right? So this is you coming in feeling like, hey, no, I've got this. Trust me, I've got this. Nobody's pulling the wool over my eyes. I'm on top of this. So Gemini, I really feel like that's actually a really good place for you to be, because there has been a lack in self-confidence. There has been a lack in what you deserve and what you think you deserve. And you deserve somebody amazing, and it's like you finally recognized it, and now you're holding yourself to that standard. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, they need to see you like this. Like, it's very interesting. I feel like they're having this moment of you don't know what you've got until it's gone, and now they're viewing you as like this King of Wands, and you're feeling it. You're confident. You're kind of like, I don't need this crap. I don't need this manipulation. I deserve so much better. What have I been doing? It's time. It's time. It's time to move on. I'm not doing this cycle with you. And it's almost like it's freeing. And that's why you're feeling like the King of Wands. Because for the first time ever, you're like, I could move on from the situation. I could cut this connection. And guess what? I would be just fine. The next card you have is your distant past. Excuse me. Now, your distant past, I always read together if you're single or looking to reconcile, because this is often not the person you're thinking about reconciling with. This can date back to your family, when you were young, etc. And again, this is something that I bring up because it reminds you of something maybe that you don't want to repeat this month, like patterns or negative, behaviors or relationship habits, etc. Or if it's something that's a more positive connotation, it's something you want to remember and embrace that could help you out this month. Now, you have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is abandonment, it's retreat, it's traveling. So I feel like if you're single or looking to reconcile, you guys have been in some serious situations. Abandonment issues as kids, so maybe you had a mom or a dad abandon the family, and that's affected relationships because maybe you're quick to abandon other people because you don't want to be abandoned first. And that's a very common theme. That's a very common themed, theme among relationships and people. So, some of you may have some abandonment issues that you're dealing with that are being drummed up from the past, and the universe is saying, look, this is a whole new direction. We're not doing this same cycle. We're not doing this, I'm accepting less than what I deserve, or I'm, allowing somebody to treat me horribly because I'm worried they're going to abandon me. I don't want them to, so I'm placating them, but they're walking on me like a doormat. So this is the universe saying, look, whatever these issues are, whatever you felt, or even maybe you had a marriage and, they completely abandoned you. They left you. You never got answers. This is ghosting too. So maybe, you've been dealing with people who've ghosted you, or this is the universe saying, look, things are changing. Like, this is destiny. This is divine timing. So stop, don't bring that into this. Whatever's coming towards you, I think it's going to be good. Let's get through these cards. But I think that the reason this is coming up is because the universe is saying, like, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Because if you're single, somebody's coming in and it could be potential for long term. And if you're looking to reconcile, I feel like this is your upper hand. Like, it's your choice whether you stay or you go. Before, it feels like maybe you didn't have a choice with other people or other situations in your life. But now it's kind of like you're the one who has the decision to make. Don't stay with them just because you're worried about not finding somebody else, or you're worried about, this abandonment issue. Like, it's almost like you're more worried because you've been complacent in this. Somebody once told me, right? And it's resonated with me ever since. It's easier to get back together, and it's easier to stick with something that we know because it's harder to dive into the unknown. And I feel like some of you are dealing with that where you're like, it's time to move on for some of you, but, you're still hanging on for whatever reason. All right. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past few weeks, past month or two, you have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a very generous energy. This is about wanting to, have success. This is about wanting good things for yourself in life. And I feel like you have needed that, maybe a boost of energy. Like, some of you felt pretty down. Some of you feel like you're not seeing the light at the tunnel. But the Nine of Pentacles makes me feel like the past couple weeks, past month or two, you're starting to see what it is you want in life. There's a success, an accomplishment, a satisfactory feeling. So this is saying some sort of abundance. So if you're single, it's almost like you know where you want to be. You see this success ahead of you. You see this, you see what your worth is, what your self-worth is, and where you want to be. It's almost like you can taste it. Now you just need to meet somebody who actually that you guys can get to that point too as well. Now, I also feel like this is you being single and feeling happy in that, feeling okay being alone. And I know that sounds strange, but if you can't be alone, then you can't be with somebody else, because everybody needs to learn to be able to be by themselves, to be able to love themselves in order to love somebody else. And I feel like that's kind of what you've been working on, like your self-worth. And that's why you're coming in here again with those guns blazing, kind of going, you know, I'm not playing games. I know what I want, what I deserve. I know what will feel, you know, what will give me a sense of satisfaction. And that's what you're looking for. And I think, like I said, it's coming in pretty quick because of this Wheel of Fortune. That happens to generally push things in the right direction. Again, almost like a destiny type feeling, a divine timing. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is interesting because I almost feel like the past couple of months that you've been separated, you're gaining some sort of strength. You're gaining some sort of footing. Like, you're kind of like, before I was devastated. Oh no, what are we going to do? We're not going to be together anymore. And this Nine of Pentacles makes me feel like, no, you all of a sudden have like this change, like these big changes are coming, and you're kind of like, no, like, I'm not going to be locked to this person anymore. I am not chained down by this person anymore. If they're going to manipulate me, if they're going to be dishonest, if they're going to play games with me, whatever it is, I'm not doing that, because I see myself as being much better off alone than with this person. And what's, you know, sad about that is I do feel like some of you have realized that maybe you're better off without this person. And that may be something that you've needed to see for a while. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next, you know, 2 or 3 months, and you have the Emperor. So the Emperor is Aries card. So that's interesting too, because you could be dealing with an Aries. And like I said, there are some similarities in this reading, like the guns blazing and stuff that keeps popping out, that that Aries got as well. Now, the Emperor, if you're single, definitely says this is stability. This is somebody who's traditional. This is somebody who is capable. So I feel like somebody's coming in, and it's going to be something you're not used to. It's going to be somebody who actually, when they say something, they actually mean it. When they say they want a relationship with you, they actually mean it. When they say, hey, I'd like to move this into more of a committed dating or whatever, they actually do it. They get off the profile, or they're like, this is somebody that you can count on, somebody who's strong, and somebody who is ready to play the game of life with you. So if you're single, it's like, it's almost like you're going to be like, whoa, this is what it feels like to actually meet a man or woman who knows what the frick they want, and are capable of going out and getting that, and also being, you know, a solid foundation for you as well. If you're looking to reconcile, I feel like this Emperor right here is you saying, like, you understanding that you know what you want, and this person is not, like, they're not giving it to you. Now, there's a possibility they could come in. This could be, you know, the Emperor could be them coming in saying, you know, I miss you, I know what I want, like, they've realized what they want, or what they're missing, or what they've lost. But I almost feel like this is more you standing your ground and meeting somebody else. I hate to say that, but this is like an authority. It's like a structure. And I feel like this is like a structured type person, and I feel like this is you. Now, for some of you, yes, it could be somebody coming back in and having their shit together and being like, okay, you know, here we are, we're ready to do this. But I really feel like this is somebody else coming in for you, because these big changes, I feel like, Gemini, you may just have to let this person go. And I hate to say that, because I know a lot of you want to hear the reconciliation, but I feel like if like, you may not even have a choice. Somebody's going to come in and, like, sweep you off your feet, or show you what it's like to truly be loved and appreciated, and you can take this guard down because this person's rock solid. And I'm sorry, but I don't feel like this is the person you're looking to reconcile with. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks, throughout the month of January, and you have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, very interesting energy, because this is somebody who is like very whimsical, somebody who's very dreamy, somebody who's very romantic. So if you're single, this is what I was talking about, somebody coming in, you know, being this kind of sweep you off your feet, rock solid. I said that also for reconciliation, and I feel like it's the same, because this, again, is romantic. It's whimsy, it's fanciful. If you're single, this is definitely romance coming in, something big coming in, and also you putting your guard down and allowing this person. I love this for you, because it really does feel like somebody comes in, they romance you, you guys have fun, it's very whimsical, it's kind of the honeymoon stage, and then things get serious. and it becomes a stability that you haven't found in a long time. If you're looking to reconcile, this I feel like is somebody else. I don't know, Gemini. I mean, I know you don't want to hear it and take it as it lays. For some of you, yes, this is your ex coming in, sweeping you off your feet, romantic, full of energy. But for the majority of you, I just don't feel it. I feel like it's somebody else because A, you have this. This isn't just a little change. This is not a phone call that comes in, they apologize, and you leap back into their arms. This is like a whirlwind. This is something going in a completely different direction than you thought. And because you have this Seven of Swords, which is manipulation, and somebody, you know, kind of playing you, with these coming together, this opens the door for somebody else to come in. And that's legitimately that is the energy here. Legitimately, this is somebody else coming in. Whether you take that offer or not, it's up to you, but I feel like it's a new direction, and I really feel like it's one that you will be very satisfied with. And I feel like you almost know because maybe you've already met them or you started talking to them just casually. You know, I don't know, work's coming in, or like if friends, somebody introduced you to somebody and you didn't think you were ready, but like they may not give you a choice because they may just be so amazing that like that's the direction you're going to go. The next card you have is anything tangible that's going to happen throughout the month. Could be the beginning, middle, end. It could last the whole month or for 20 minutes. You have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is burdens, responsibility, but it's also a completion. So I'm going to start with reconciliation. If you're looking to reconcile, I feel like you're completing a cycle because you've been carrying this burden, you've been carrying this responsibility. You feel like you owe this person something and you don't because they were playing games. They were manipulative. And I feel like you still feel like if you're dating, you feel like you're cheating on them, but you shouldn't. That burden needs to be lifted. And all it is right now is a burden. And this solidifies to me that somebody else is coming in because again, this is a completion. So this is you ending that cycle. This is you. And again, I don't feel like you're going to have really a choice because this person is coming in like solidifying the fact that it's time to move on. If you're single, this is very similar in the fact that it's a completion, but this for you is a completion of going from being in the dating scene to, I think, being committed. Whether it's just, hey, we're going to take our profiles down and start seeing each other exclusively, this definitely feels like the burden for you has been, you don't like the dating life, you don't want to go through this again, it's turmoil, it's drama, it's whatever. And this is you being able to release that burden. This is you completing that at some point this month. Saying, you know, okay, I'm gonna give this person a chance. Let's see where this goes. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. And you have the Queen of Swords. All right, so very interesting. I don't remember if it was Sagittarius or Aries, but somebody had this for their, and the reason I was bringing that up is because you have Aries showing here. If it was Aries, that would be very interesting. But the Queen of Swords is how you're feeling. Could be in the beginning, middle, end. Again, could last 20 minutes. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's very insightful, very critical as well. So be careful with that. But very, they see things clearly and they want the truth. And so this is you. If you're single, this is you saying, look, this is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. If you're not on the same page as me, fine. We don't have to want the same things. But let's say you want kids and they don't. It's not going to work. This is you being able to say, this isn't going to work for me. Or standing up for yourself. Again, a little guarded, right? But this is a good guarded in the fact that it's saying, see this moon up here? This is Pisces, right? And I'm not saying anything about Pisces. I'm just saying this moon right here. Pisces card, unfortunately, can be very shady and this is you saying, I'm cutting that bullshit out and I'm going for what I want because I know what I want. You don't want to be overly critical and if somebody good comes in your life, don't like overanalyze anything. Be careful with that. But the Queen of Swords is you just saying, look, this is me, this is what I want. You know, take it or leave it. If you're interested in getting to know me, if you're interested in, and what's interesting is I think that they're going to romance you or feel this whimsical about you because you are just laying your cards on the table. You're just saying, I'm not going to bullshit you, so don't bullshit me. I'm not playing games, so don't play games with me. And it's very interesting. I think you may push this person a little bit because you have this like these issues with abandonment, or you have these issues where, you know, you guys have separated and it was really hard. And so this is you kind of like, I don't have time for the smoke and mirrors. Let's just put it all out there, which isn't necessarily a bad thing at all. If you're looking to reconcile, this is you definitely feeling like, I feel like you almost feel like you need to have closure with this person. You almost need to be like, manipulated me and you screwed me over and I put up with so much bullshit. But again, this is inside your head. So you may just be telling this person off in your head. I feel like this is you almost releasing anything negative left with that person in order to move on with somebody else. It's very interesting, Gemini. I don't get moving on very often because a lot of times people are stuck. But I feel like for you guys, like, you are unstuck. Like, you are ready to move. Like, unbelievably ready to move. You're on this last straw. So if you're cross-watching, this may be your last minute to grasp at that straw. And even then, I don't know that that's going to happen. All right, the next card you have is your hopes and fears for the outcome. And you have the Magician, which is not a fear at all. It's a hope. The Magician is about strong connections. The Magician is about versatility, ability. You know, this person can do anything they want. So your hope, if you're single, is that you're going to manifest. You're going to meet somebody amazing. You're going to meet this stability, this rock, somebody that you can have, you know, a very stable, healthy connection with. And the Magician is about a very strong, healthy connection. It's almost like you know it's coming. It's really strange, Gemini. It's almost like you've been waiting for this. Like, you've been waiting for this huge push. And you knew it was coming, and now it's like it's here. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, the Magician is basically saying, if you want this person that you were interested in reconciling with, you can have them. Or if you want magic, you can have somebody else. It's almost like you've put up with so much crap from this person, all the while wishing that they would be this magnificent person or that they would change or whatever. And instead, the universe is bringing somebody else into your life because it's time for a fresh start. It's time for something new. The next card you have is your outcome, and you have the Fool. See. All right, so the Fool is new beginnings. It's folly, it's fearlessness, it's footloose and fancy free, basically. The Fool is the beginning of the major arcana, and then you have the Magician. So the Fool is a new beginning. If you're single, here you go. Here's your new beginning. You know, you can be happy with it. This is, you know, a whole new chance for you at love, at happiness, at, you know, this is somebody who, even though you have this guard up, they don't care. They're going to have fun with you. They're going to be, you know, they're going to do foolish things, and it's going to be romantic and fun. Yes, you'll get to the nitty gritty of the hard work and the hard conversations. Where are we going? What do we want? What type of commitment is this? Yes, but in the meantime, right now, for your outcome, just enjoy it. Just enjoy this fresh start, this new beginning. The world is your oyster, basically, and I feel like somebody's coming in that's going to help you enjoy it a little more. Yeah, and your justice is served. So if you're single, definitely a good place to be. New beginnings, you know, a new start. And if you're looking to reconcile, it's exactly the same thing. It's a new start. It's a new start. It's a new beginning. If you're looking to reconcile, start over with somebody else. I mean, you know, take it for how it lays with you. I can't tell you what to do. I don't want to. This is general, so I'm sure I'm going to get cross-watchers who are telling me that they hate me because I'm telling their boyfriend or girlfriend to dump them. But, I mean, you have the Fool here. This is saying, like, hey, you know, now's your chance for a fresh start. Now's your chance. You don't have to have your guard up anymore. You don't have to have that manipulation anymore. You can let that go with this person. This person is strong and stable, and they're here for the long haul. This is justice being served. Justice is Libra's card, so you could meet a Libra or be dealing with a Libra. But if you're single, I almost feel like this whole read is for a single, because if you're looking to reconcile, I don't necessarily see it happening. But justice is cause and effects. It's absolutes. If you're single and you've had hard times, justice is served now. Now it's your karmic time to find somebody. Now it's your time. Okay, you dealt with the muddy BS, and you dealt with disingenuous people and people who treated you like crap. Well, guess what? You stuck through it. You kept your faith alive. You kept your hope alive. You may have put your guard up a little bit, but rightfully so. And now justice is served. It's your time. It's your time to have. It's your divine time to have this justice and to finally meet somebody that you can have an amazing, stable, healthy relationship with. If you're looking to reconcile, very similar. You know what? You screwed me over too many times. Haha, justice is served. I could leave it as simple as that. Literally. They screwed up. They kept screwing up. They kept screwing up. You kept giving them chances. Well, guess what? Done. The universe is saying, nope, okay. Somebody else is coming in. Somebody else who's going to love you and take care of you and be there with you. It really is like you put up with it so much. Like the cause of that behavior, the cause of what you've been through, the effect is you finally pushed me over the edge. You finally pushed me to, in the regular, not the regular, but the most common Rider Tarot deck. The Fool is somebody standing on the edge. Should I jump or should I not? And it's almost like you're saying, Gemini, you pushed me. You pushed me and pushed me and pushed me to that edge. Well, guess what? Justice is served. I'm jumping off. I'm finding something else. Now, I love this for you guys. I love, 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 love this for you guys. Because if you are looking to reconcile or if you are single together, your clarifier for the outcome is the Six of Cups. This is nostalgia. This is feeling emotional. This is almost childlike. This is an innocence, a new beginning for both of you. The Six of Cups is two people on the same playing field, wanting the same things from each other, looking into each other's eyes. I know it all sounds romantic and whimsical and you know, like, but enjoy it, because literally this is you guys. Like, I really feel like if you're single, this is your time. Like, you've waited, justice is served, and now you're gonna have this amazing new it's almost, again, like a childlike experience, because it's like something you've never experienced before. Like, this is what a healthy relationship looks like. Holy shit. Okay. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this could be, you know, looking back on the past, nostalgic, saying, you know, I really feel like, though, for you, this is you guys going, you know, thank you, other person, for the good times and the happy times. You've reminded me what it is I want. How did we get this far? You know, thank you for pushing me in this direction, because now I have what I want. Again, I'm sure some of you are going to, you know, get really upset about that. But for the majority of you, I feel like reconciliation is not in the cards. And I feel like it's so much better that it's not. Like, there's something coming full on in your direction. You can either deal with manipulation, you can deal with that sick to your stomach anxiety that you have every time this person calls or texts you, or you can move on to something much bigger and much better. And it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It just means maybe it's not the right time for you guys. Maybe it's not a good fit. Maybe it's worn out its welcome. All right, Gemini.